reading comments from Tater Tots that I asked them to ask me. Well, questions that they asked me. No edits, no anything. I'm going to go right through this and probably spend like the entire 10 minutes, I think. Okay, so this is where I asked. And I said, ask me a question you always wanted to know the answer to, making a video series of Q&A. So here we go, and I'm just going to pick one. How do you deal with negativity towards you on social media? Love you, by the way, from Kristen Herbert. I don't. I just don't. I freaking ignore. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes I will get a wild hair up my butt and I'll say something back. But even my deliverance of saying something back, I still ain't cussing them out. Okay? It's just ignore them, because 99% of the time they're just trying to get a reaction to you, off of you, so that people will then go to their page and then they grow their platform off of hate, harassment, and it's a cycle. It's a cycle that I don't really want to be a part of. But that don't mean I won't cuss you out. Okay? If you deserve it, but I mean I usually don't. But I'm just saying I will if I need to. How did you get your parakeet to talk and trust you? I didn't. He was a rescue, and the second I got him home, like, he was immediately adapted to everybody. We tried to find his rightful owner for over 90-something days. Nobody come forward. And now he's been our bird since Mother's Day of 2023, I think. I can't remember. That was probably a terrible face, wasn't it? If you could have any superpower, what would it be and why? That's from Jessica Holtquist. Reading people's minds. Think about it. If you could read somebody's mind, you can be able to tell if they really like you or not. They could be standing in front of your face. Standing in front of your face, acting like they like you. And be sitting there thinking, I can't stand this person. What is she wearing? Look at that ugly pink on her. She couldn't find anything else in her closet. I just feel like if I could read minds, I wouldn't get as hurt as I do from people. Because I had this weird mentality of thinking that everybody is good, nobody's doing bad things, nobody is lying, everybody is truthful, and that's so not the case. But I have so much trouble seeing that. I don't know. Call it trying to find the good in everybody. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to get into that one. What is your favorite dish from Miss V? Pancit. It's so good. It's so good. Like, it's so good. If you ever get a chance to try the Filipino dish, pancit, please. Trust me. I also like her spaghetti. Her spaghetti it's different, but it's good. I like her spaghetti too. But yeah, definitely her pancit. And I think that's a lot of people's favorite. And it's very well known. The dish is very well known. It wasn't until Miss V moved and became my neighbor. I never heard about it before. So Miss V's kind of taught me a little bit about all kind of stuff. I used to live in Sims and a few other places in Mobile County. Have you ever heard of Crybaby Bridge? And if so, have you been there? Elizabeth Parnell, yes. Yes, I have. And I will tell you a story on that on a whole nother video. For anybody that doesn't know Crybaby Bridge, apparently there's an old tale from years ago. Somebody did something horrible on the bridge. There was a crime there. And if you pass over the bridge at like 12 o'clock at night, you can hear somebody screaming or crying, something like that. There's many stories to this tale, like many. I'm just going to speak that one. But yes, I went there with my first husband. I still don't know why we will get on that on another video. That took me back. I have not heard Crybaby Bridge in so long. Y'all are going to get a trip out of that. What's your favorite type of music and favorite artist? From Pam Mikov. My favorite type of music is Louisiana jazz, actually. I love it. I don't think there's anything like it. I love blues too, but I just love everything about Louisiana jazz. That would probably be my favorite. How did you ever come to terms with not having a positive mother figure? It's been 20 years and I still struggle daily. That's from Nicole Odea, I think. I don't think you ever come to terms with it. I think you just roll with it. And what I mean by that is that it was like in my late 20s where I was on the phone. I'll never forget it. I was on the phone with my sister, one of them, and she said, Opie, I don't know what it is with you, but you're never going to get that type of mom that you think you'll one day get. You're just wishing and hoping that things would change, and they're never going to change. She didn't change for me. She didn't change for our sister, our brother. What makes you think she's going to change for you? She put a reality check immediately through the phone with me. You just roll with it. It becomes your new normal. It becomes, look, I know a lot of people are blessed with their mother being their best friend. God love them. God love them. I would have given anything to have that. I always said that I wanted a mother first and a friend second. I wanted her to be both. You could be both in a very healthy way. I just didn't get that. And I don't hold resentment because of it. I'm not mad at her because of it. I wish her nothing but peace and love and goodwill and all of that stuff. I just can't have her in my life because she refuses to acknowledge and change things. Why would I subject myself to repeatedly being hurt by the same person when I know they're going to hurt me? All right, I know they're going to hurt me. Why would I continue doing that? For you to be able to remove yourself out of hurt, that's when you can heal. And I don't know if I've ever come to terms with it. I've just rolled with it. Like I do with everything in my life. I just roll with it. I move past it. I don't dwell on things. I don't harp on nothing. I'm not a grudge holder. I'm a forgiver, a lover. I'm all of those things. And it just kind of like, it's all in one ball. So it could be my mother. It could be a friend. It could be a coworker. It could be anybody. And I'm going to do the same thing with. So I don't know. I hope that made sense. Did you ever think you would be so popular by Cindy Harrison? No. No, ma'am. Why would I? My mindset was not to become popular when I created the account. I created the account to be a watcher, and because I'm nosy like everybody else. But it wasn't until that person that I needed lifting up that day that I was just like, okay, well, I'm going to use my account to do that. I want to get to her quick, fast, and hurry to tell her something, and I did. And it, like, the people came and they, didn't leave, which is fine. And I thought, that's it. I'll use this account to do just that. I'll help people see things differently. You're not alone. You don't have to live this way. You can get through that. You don't have to give up. It was a lot. But I didn't come into this with that mindset. I come into this with trying to help somebody and knowing how I didn't just help her that day. I helped many because the comments told me so. Like, that's who I really listened to was the comments, the feedback from people, which was incredible. And I was like, this person feels better today because of my video? What? So it kind of just like all hit me. I would love for you to write an autobiography. It would be amazing. That was from Lynn. I'm trying to. It's very time consuming. Papa Tot got me a laptop. I'm working on it. I promise. He stays on my butt about it. I mean, will it ever get published? I don't know. Who knows? Who knows? I do not set high expectations for myself. I just roll through the day. I'm not kidding you. I roll through the day. And I feel like whatever the good Lord in the universe sends my way, that will happen. If it's for me, it will be for me, and it will be meant for me. And I will grab it and hold it and, thank the good Lord about it. But I don't, I'm working on it. Where is my Wi-Fi? Okay, so how do we help you? You are always helping everyone else. That's from Lisa. Being here helps me. Like, I can open up any comment section to any video and read the comments, and I feel like I'm healed for the day, and I can take on the day. So y'all think I do so much for y'all. Y'all do so much for me just being here. Like, being here. I don't ask you for anything. This is what I love right here. You just hanging. You watching this is being there for me. Literally. What do you do with your leftover Taster Tuesday, Miss Vicky? I've mentioned quite a few times. It gets stored until I have enough to fill a box, and it gets passed over to Mr. Leroy, which is a good friend of Papa Tots. I love Mr. Leroy. My character off 911 videos is based off of him. Of course, Mr. Leroy is not that bad, but that's where it come from. And I guess I'm gonna have to do like a part 2 because I'm almost out of here. How did you get to be so sweet? I'm not, Jamie. It's all a lie. I'm just kidding. I can't get it to go up because my Wi-Fi ain't working. Anyway, I guess that's the end of this video. We're going to go to a part 2. Or let me know if you want a part 2. And I'll be happy to give it to you. I've got a ton of more questions to answer. And I love you. so much, and thank you for hanging out with me. I'll tell you anything you want to know, just ask me. I have no shame.